A lot of veterans think that the VA loan can be used for any property, but that's not exactly true. And this is where a lot of deals end up falling apart because people don't understand that the property matters just as much as the borrower. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you can and can't buy using your VA loan benefit. If we haven't met yet, my name is William Ware, the Loan Caddy. I'm a GWAT veteran, currently still serving the Army Reserve, and for the last few years, I've been a mortgage broker specializing in VA loans. And this video is part of my VA Loan Masterclass series, where I'm breaking down the VA loan benefit in plain English. So without further ado, let's get into it. But before we talk about property types, you need to understand one rule. The VA loan is only for purchasing a primary residence, and that's the foundation of this whole thing. So no, you can't use it to buy a vacation home, a second home, or a purely investment property. You have to live in the property. And if you understand that, everything else starts to make sense. So if you ignore that, you're going to build a plan that's not going to work. So let's start with what you actually can buy. So first of all, you can buy single family homes. And this is the most common use of VA loan. A standard house, you live in it, and you use your VA loan benefit. Very simple. Property type number 2 is condos. Yes, you can buy a condo, but not all condos work. The project usually needs to meet VA guidelines, so this is not something that you can just assume. It's something that you have to verify early on. Next up is multifamily properties. And this is where things get interesting because you can buy a duplex, triplex, or even a quadplex as long as you live in one of the units. And that's the key. If you occupy one unit, the others can be rented. And this is one of the most strategic ways to use the VA loan benefit. But again, primary residence still applies. Number 4 is new construction. You can use a VA loan for a newly built home, but the builder and the process need to meet the VA's requirements. So this can be a little bit more structured than a standard resale. And lastly, manufactured homes in some cases. Manufactured homes can work within the VA guidelines, but they're much more restrictive and not all lenders who do them and not all properties will qualify. So this is a very scenario specific property type. Now let's talk about where people tend to get it wrong. Pure investment properties. If your plan is, I'm going to buy this house and rent it out immediately, that is not how the VA loan is designed to be used because you have to occupy the property as your primary residence. You also can't use it to buy vacation homes. So that lake house or that mountain cabin does not work because if you don't plan to live there as your primary residence, it will not fit within the program's guidelines. Then you have fixer-uppers that don't meet the minimum standards for the VA. The VA has something called minimum property requirements. So basically, the home has to be safe, structurally sound, and livable, but if it's failing apart or unsafe, or it's missing major systems, it's probably not gonna work. This is not just a technical rule, this affects real decisions because a lot of buyers fall in love with a property first, then they try to make it fit the financing after. That's backwards. You wanna know what type of properties work, what might be an issue, and where the boundaries are before you get emotionally attached to a property. That saves time, it saves stress, and it avoids deals falling apart late. So let's put this in terms of a real world scenario. Scenario 1, a veteran wants to buy a duplex and they plan on living in one of the 2 duplex units. That works. Example 2, a buyer wants a condo that they found online and basically they just assume that it's fine without doing the work to verify the project. Turns out that condo project doesn't meet the VA's guidelines, so now they have to pivot to a new property. Example number 3, somebody finds a cheap fixer-upper and it looks like a great deal, but the property doesn't meet the minimum standards, so the standard VA loan does not work as is. Example number 4, a buyer wants a rental property right away with no intention to occupy the property. That does not fit within the VA's rules. And here are the big mistakes that come up. Thinking any property works, assuming condos are always fine, ignoring the VA's occupancy rules, trying to force an investment play, or falling in love with a house before checking eligibility. This is where people lose time and deals. So if you have one thing that you take away from this video, let it be this. The VA loan is a very flexible benefit, but it's not unlimited. It's designed for primary residences that meet basic property standards. And once you understand that, you can make much smarter decisions. In the next video, we're going to be breaking down what the VA's minimum property requirements actually are, because that's what will actually determine whether or not a home qualifies. If this helped, drop a comment. What type of property are you thinking about buying, leveraging your VA loan benefit? And if you know another veteran who's trying to figure this out, send them this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see the full VA loan masterclass series, and I'll see you on the next hole.